What up, y'all? My name is Faith. Welcome back to all my current subscribers. Welcome to any new subscribers. We're here today to do a general message for the collective. Keep in mind, it is general for the collective. So if it doesn't resonate, go ahead and keep it pushing. This can be the past, the present, or the future. Gender roles can be switched as well as zodiac signs. So put it where it needs to go or leave it behind. Something about needing to focus on self-care and showing up in the world as your best self. Obviously, we all try to do that, but like making it a priority to fill your own cup so that you are able to do what needs to be done, doing what the divine is calling you to do. Also, that someone is feeling your energy like fade, like they can tell you've put up like a barrier, so they don't have access to you anymore. So whatever that means. But I finally got my Oracle deck, and it includes angel numbers, Chinese zodiac signs, house astrology, and zodiac signs. So it's like a who is it, the alchemy, the architect's alchemy, like what energies are you dealing with, as like more description for each reading that we're doing to see, like, gather more information of who you're dealing with. So let's use some of those. Let's cleanse these new decks, and hopefully the lighting on these is better. I'm so pleased with how they came out. So woohoo! Let's get this party started. Okay, use your discernment and know that not everything is meant for you. Put it where it needs to go. Leave it behind. Do what you will. Okay, where am I starting? I'm seeing intuition and healer, so there could be something about like you need to use your intuition on something that needs healing, or that's what you've been doing. Let's do this first, and then we'll do mine. So we have give to the mind, and it gives back the mind, inspiration, mood, and cycle. And it's time to come home, goddess of the sea, abundance, purification, and ego. Okay. So let's see what we need to know for our highest good. February 10th could be important. The 6th could also be important. What do we need to know for our highest good? For our highest timeline. Okay, so water sign energy could be important. You could be dealing with a water sign, or you could be a water sign. And that is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm in divine flow and move in alignment. Yin and yang. Unity, balance, energy, and manifestation. Okay. So that was kind of what I was talking about, is like knowing what needs to be healed within you. This says growing pains, and it talks about using your third eye, which all has to do with intuition, healing, patience, and the unconscious. It's a process. And then this talks about the things that broke you are what most awoke you, which is about like what is the catalyst for our growth and for our like dark night of the soul, so to speak. It's the things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. So the awakened dead, resilience, nirvana, and self-appreciation. So understanding that everything you went to was meant for you to like surrender and like be the eye of the storm and be able to go inward so that you can kind of release, let go, and surrender now. Acceptance. So could you surrender a bit more? The all-seeing eye, spirit, and release. Again, more intuition energy. And this is, there's a place within me, still, calm, steady, and eternal. Guru, protection, and peace. And then this says, you can now let go and surrender to what is. Acceptance, letting go, water, and non-resistance. Okay. So earth energy, water energy. Let's get one of these. Is this green one? Okay. So we have wealth. So maybe you're like using this knowledge to help others, hard work ahead to be able to like put this knowledge into from the spiritual to the physical so that you can help others and like clean house, essentially, like allow room for like new energy to come in. Yeah, some type of, you'll gain some type of like money from sharing your knowledge with others. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So valley, so you were meant to go through this valley in order to like come to a higher understanding of why you went through all of it. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. This could also be like efforts you've already put into the past and you're finally seeing some type of like royalties from it. All right, let's do tarot. And then we'll go to the oracle. Okay. Ooh. All right, so these are flying at me. Let's see what this is. Okay, so we have the Chariot, Cancer energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Earth energy. More Earth energy. The Hermit, which is Virgo energy. And then the World, which is Capricorn energy. So we have a lot of Earth energy and water energy. So Cancer, like moon energy. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Virgo energy, and Capricorn energy. So heavy Capricorn and Virgo energy here. And then we also have the Empress, which is Taurus. And then we have more Pentacles. So something about money, something about mentoring, something about helping others, something about showing the work that you've done in order to gain some type of like generational wealth. We have, all right, let's see, let's shuffle this some more. Okay. Anything else we need to know from this deck? Two of Cups, some type of union. This could lead to some type of like partnership and love, or just like where you're working together, getting some type of savings, or someone doesn't want to release you from a partnership. That's also how I see this. Anything else? No. Okay. Yeah, generational wealth, the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So someone's wanting to hold on. They can feel themselves being released from this energy. Okay, so we have blessings are coming, hope, magic, divine favor, the unicorn energy. And then we also have the healer, spiritual discernment, sacred care, restoration. Yeah, again, so focusing on like being able to tend to yourself so you can actually help others. It has intention to help heal others through the divine will. Okay. What do we need to know for our highest good, for our highest timeline? Okay, so someone's free will. They're using their free will right now. And you've already gotten a new perspective on this situation. So it feels like someone that's like blocked from your energy is still like making the choice to like sit in this like shadow self. But they still have the opportunity to like go towards the light, and like they have the free will to move towards a more aligned path, so that they can actually get into the energy of where they need to actually do what the divine wants them to do as well. They just need a new perspective on it. And that has to do with being able to see the pattern and recognizing that everything we've gone through was meant to help us heal things that we came to this life to learn from. What once felt confusing now reveals its own design. Okay. Yeah. Being able to deal with the inner storm and come out on the other side, releasing it. Okay, anything else we need to know? So it feels like someone that you were in a partnership with is holding on for dear life, and their like energy that they're in right now makes them feel like in this like dark place. But all they have to do is like go up the stairway and like see this from a higher perspective. That like the cycle has ended, and you know it's time for this chapter to close, for a new one to begin. New home, new attitude. Yeah, blessings are coming again. So the unicorn. Hope, magic, divine favor. The unicorn arrives when the veil thins and the heart opens. Your prayers are being heard. Yeah. Okay. I mean, in this one, the devil is, he is chained himself. So chain, deception, fear. The devil is chained because he holds no power. He can only wield the energy you give up. So this person has a free will to move on from the situation of feeling trapped. They just have to make the choice. So, all right, who are we dealing with here? What is this about? We have Aquarius energy. We're in Aquarius season right now, and intuition. Okay. Ooh. What do we need to know about this energy for our highest good, for our highest timeline? Eighth house, transformation and rebirth, the Phoenix. So a deep transformation, death, rebirth, deep intimacy, shared resources, inheritance, occult knowledge, and that has to do with Pluto and Scorpio energy. Okay. So this could be talking about this person you're dealing with. We also have life's calling, again, mentioning you putting out your knowledge in order to share with others so that you can have some type of like financial or spiritual or material gain from this. This is your public image, career, reputation, social status, and legacy. Linked to your life's calling, long-term goals, and ambition. Once again, okay, the third house is mental landscape, communication, siblings, learning, short trips, and how we process information in our environment. So again, this could just be like someone's mental state. And how they're interpreting the situation. They could be seeing like you as the devil, even though you're just not allowing you are using your free will in a different way. Okay, so we have Capricorn energy, or it could just be dealing with Capricorn energy, which is also linked to this. So the world and the devil are linked to Capricorn. Ambitious and disciplined, which is also linked to like Saturn energy. Karmic cycles. So this is also what the eighth house could be like referring to, is like, have you learned the lesson? Are you rising from the ashes of like what this was meant to teach you? I also see this as like maybe nothing to do with the devil, and maybe this is the past. Like the devil was chained the whole time because you didn't allow your free will to keep you stuck in this situation. So the devil has like no power here because you were able to see things from a higher perspective and move on. Maybe it has nothing to do with someone else in this situation. And 555 changes. So we have the Phoenix again. Major life changes, transformation, freedom, and personal growth. Embrace them with an open heart. So this could have been just that you were transforming in this situation. Maybe there's no one else involved in this situation, but and you're just in the energy of like great fortune and a gift. Hey, I'll take that energy too. All right, something to do with some type of courthouse situation, some type of like legal. Maybe you're getting like a contract that is like securing like copyright for the stuff that you're creating. You could be getting like contracts to make sure that there's no copyright infringement. Yeah, so no one can like steal your stuff. Okay. It feels like there is someone else in this energy. Take it or leave it. It could be, there's so many different scenarios here. But I can see this as being like you releasing the past and like not letting any temptations or negative habits or anything that like makes you feel weighed down. It's no longer, you're no longer tethered to it because you use like Capricorn energy of discipline and Saturn and like being able to like make your dreams a reality. And in that, you've taken your time back here and created like a situation where no one can, it's like solidified. It's like official. That's also what I see. This could also be something to do with a contract where you're dealing with someone who's in like some type of like controlling energy that you were in a partnership with, and you're leaving the situation. Someone did some type of an investigation to close this chapter. There's a few different scenarios here, but it has to do with money. There's something to do with money here. Oh, let's see what the shadow aspect of this is. Oh, okay. um, the 28th of this month could be important. It says fatal blow, danger. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction prevents conflict. Irreversible damage is in sight, and facing conflict head on could have prevented total destruction. Danger. I used to limit myself to safe zones, but now I realize I must face the danger to survive this. Okay, so maybe someone really is in this like toxic energy and they are feeling like very concerned with you closing this chapter. And that might just be for some of y'all, and they may be feeling a little bit uh cray cray. That's all I can say about that. Okay, let's see what's we need to know about this. I mean, regardless, the sacrifices you made are going to lead to prosperity, and you are protected throughout the situation. It just seems like someone's in some type of like chaotic energy. You've already improved and like focused on your health. This is more Virgo energy too, the body. And it shows. It's showing on you that you've like done the work on your mental landscape as well as like towards your life calling and transformed and used all of the momentum and things that almost broke you in order to like push this energy towards, yeah, it was a temporary situation, but you push the energy towards like through the needle of through the eye of a needle. Like you were able to make your dreams, you created your dreams like essentially out of like not thin air, but like you made it happen. It might have felt like to others that it was out of thin air, but it was just people, it feels like people didn't believe that you could get this done, and a sincere wish will be granted here. Okay, let's close this out. So we have let it shine, peacock spirit, and clear out the clutter, frog spirit. 28 again, so something about the 28th. Okay, I want to get an angel number. So we have balance, 222. Maintain harmony and balance in your life to manifest your desires. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Thanks for your time and energy, and peace.